All right, guys, I'm excited to bring you the Tesla lightning round with EV companies and EV charging stations. Who's a buy right now and who is a sell? I'm going to take you guys into the charts and I'm going to give you guys the strategic price points that I think are either going to make these companies bullish or bearish. We're going to cover the charts thoroughly. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And we are getting ready to make some moves in a couple of these stocks. So don't miss a single minute of this video. I'm going to lay some basic ground rules though. I can't cover them all. There's a ton of EV companies and charging stations. So how did I make the determination today of which ones I was going to cover? Well, it was based on you. I asked you guys to put into the comment section which companies you wanted me to cover, and these are the ones that got the most requests. So today, if you don't see your EV company in the mix, then make sure to let me know in the comment section. This is the Stocks with Josh show. I'm not going to hold it to last. I'm going to give it to you guys right up on the front end, and that's my view of Tesla. Guys, we're going to be reaching for the stars on the Tesla chart. Tesla is going to post its financial results for the first quarter of 2023 after the market close on Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. It's not very far away, and I think that the stock made that pullback that I had predicted all the way down below 170 and has since been moving up, and I think we're going to continue that move up until earnings. Today's pullback for me was an opportunity to buy. When it went just below 180, that was a position to potentially load up. But I'm going to give you guys the charts and what specifically we have to look out for because we don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you definitively that the markets are going to support a bullish move up for Tesla, but we all have to take a position of risk. And right now, I thought it was a favorable position to take when Tesla reached down in the bottom of the charts today and hit that 180. I believe there's a high potential that we're going to continue to move up all the way to earnings because we are still working off of the bullish forward guidance that Elon gave us. Don't forget that this guy came out and promised us, he said that the demand for EVs is high, it's not slowing, and he's looking for exponential growth, he said, for years to come. So this is going to be his very first opportunity to show us in the earnings, to show us the hard facts and the results of his big claims that Tesla is still in high demand and its best years are ahead of us. That's what we're moving forward. I think a lot of people are going to give Elon the benefit of the doubt going to these earnings, and I'm going to give you guys the price points of where we could potentially reach. All right, let's go back in the charts a little bit back in time. When Tesla was at $202, I told you guys that the upward move was currently on pause. It was over, that it was time for Tesla to go back and test and find where its current support was. I told you that it would be resistance above 196 and that it would be support at 171, and that's exactly what we saw. Right now, Tesla, for the last couple weeks, has been unable to close above the 196 resistance on the weekly candle chart. 196 has been a powerful wall. Why hasn't it been able to sell above that level? Well, the smart money is unloading their bags on retail. You got to remember that this thing was at $101. Now it's almost at $200. And that is a pretty ideal place to take profits. So every single time it comes up and touches that zone, people that are in at that price are selling, right? They're expecting at some point that this thing is going to potentially go lower. That's the simple answer is why we're not able to break over that 196. But is that going to remain the distribution zone? Is that going to remain the take profit zone? I don't think so. But I will tell you this, 196 is definitely not the spot to load up and go long. That's an extremely risky price point. Josh, are you telling us that you're bearish on Tesla? No, not at all. Guys, Tesla is in a league of their own, as in my view, Elon is an innovator who is also in a league of his own. And as long as he continues to focus on Tesla, Tesla's got room to the upside. Tesla is my preferred EV car maker, and I consider it the best in class. It's where I want to put my investment dollars, but I want to put them in at the right price. So here's what's next for Tesla. I think Tesla will continue to move sideways below $196 until we get closer to the first quarter earnings. It was a buy today at $179.74. It was a steal below $180. Now I'm watching the higher time frame right now for Tesla. I'm looking at the weekly chart, and I'm looking at the weekly chart in comparison to the 50 MA. That's the moving average. This tells me that Tesla still can get into the $215 to $230 range to interact with the 50 moving average. I see that it has come back, tested support. It's come back up to the zone above 180 and below 196, and I think we're very likely going to drift higher as we get to the earnings date. And if we get an incredible beat and a confirmation of Elon's bold words, then I think that we are absolutely going to push up above that $202. That's a resistance. We're going to push up above it. We're going to push up above the 208, which is another area of resistance. And we could get into the trade range that is between 215 and 230. And that is if they kill it on earnings. I personally believe that the market is leaving room at the top of this chart for a final big push up for Elon. Tesla is flashing some warning signs though. There's bearish divergence on the RSI on the daily chart, which means that the momentum push up right now is not with high conviction. But if you look at a larger time frame, if you go to the weekly RSI, you see that it's actually more bullish. So a bigger view of Tesla is more bullish. The micro view of Tesla is that they're up against some barriers. Right now, they are on the weekly RSI chart above the 50% mark, and that's bull territory. And we are still working off of an oversold signal on the weekly RSI chart. So we have room to move up for Tesla. I'm going to give you guys this caution though. A daily close right now below 180 would be super bearish for Tesla. It means that somebody knows something that we don't, and it's time to potentially get out. So I would consider 180 the do or die zone. I would consider that a great place to put your stop loss. But as long as we stay above it, I think we're moving up. All right, I'm going to cover some other EV automakers and some other EV charging stations in just a minute, but a quick station break. If you need better trade tools, there is a link in the top pinned comment to the Moomoo investment app. And right now they're offering up to 15 free stock as well as a cash coupon of up to $1,500. There's the potential. I want you to click on that link and go check out all the details. So what is a cash coupon? A cash coupon appears within your trade account and can be used to buy stock. So you can, and in addition to all of that, they're currently offering a 1-month trial subscription to Bazinga Pro, which is a really great product. Guys, that's all that you can get. I enjoy Moomoo. I use it every day. I love their free stock screener. I enjoy the way that they've laid out their earnings. When we move into earnings seasons, I'm going to be doing it all on the basis of Moomoo's earnings calendar. I love the way it's laid out, and that's how I'm going to be tracking all of the companies that I want to trade moving through earnings. Guys, but most important, I host a chat group there that I jump on and we talk stocks. I answer questions directly that I'm answered. I try to cover as many as I can every day for at least an hour. You guys can find me over there on Stock Josh Fam chat group. That's, in my view, it's one of the best things on Moomoo. I love the community that we've all created. All right, this is going to be a true lightning round on NIO because I'm trying to keep this video a little shorter. Yesterday's video was like 25 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this one down. We're going to get right into NIO. Okay, I'm going to tell you straight, NIO is bearish, but I'm going to give you the magic price point. It is still $9.50. If we get a green candle above $9.50, then it's gonna go on a bull run. As long as we are below that $9.50, unfortunately, we're in a bearish zone. We can't make it any more simple than that. If we stay below that $9.50 for a long period of time, it's extremely likely that we're gonna get down and touch $6, which is the only real support. Once we get below $8.50, there's really the last strong support is $6. On the positive side, though, I do see some bullish divergence on the daily RSI chart, which causes me to think that there are still hope for NIO. We are making higher lows on that daily RSI chart. So there is a glimmer of hope in the charts. There is slowed selling momentum, and that may indicate that there are fewer bears and that the bulls are beginning to potentially set up for a run in the days ahead. NIO's earnings are May 30th, so we've got to wait a little longer for them. NIO's earnings are going to be a big event, and what I'm expecting is that we are definitely going to, between now and then, we're going to come back and test that 950 zone. All right, number 2, we're going to talk about Rivian. Rivian chart, it almost looks identical to NIO in an overall view to me. It's also got the bullish divergence. There's a price point that I want you guys to watch there. I've given it to you in the past in regards to Rivian, and that's the $16 mark. When we're below $16, Rivian is bearish. When we're above $16, it's gone bullish again. Now, it looks to me like we're moving back to retest $16 in the days ahead. And I believe that the $12.58 low that we recently hit, I think that's going to hold as the local low before the next earnings. The next earnings for Q1 2023 are going to be May 9th after market close. And so between where we're at and that $16, I think we're going to have another run up and test it. And if the earnings are good and we get a break above 16, we know we can go much higher. All right, EVGO, EVGO. The chart has some bullish indicators. This chart looks better than some of the others. We're above the 50 MA. That shows relative strength, as well as the fact that we're above the 50% mark on the RSI. So right now I'm liking that EVGO chart. I think that we're moving back to $9. Now, if we get a close above $7, that is going to push us up to $9. It's not a touch of $7. It's a daily candle close above $7. And I think that's going to be a surefire sign that we're going to jump up and hit that $9. So watch $7 on EVGO. And then fuel cell. Now, one of the guys said in the comment that Josh likes fuel cell. And I'm going to clarify that with you guys today. I have enjoyed trading fuel cell. The last bull run that fuel cell was in, mad bucks, mad price action on fuel cell. So I really have enjoyed trading fuel cell. But that's in the past. And to be clear, I do not believe right now that fuel cell is an investment grade stock. And that's because the fundamentals are actually not good right now. Fuel cell has several negative signals in the chart, and it's within a very wide and falling trend. There's actually no bullish divergence on the RSI, which is an indicator that I think is simple and straightforward, and it's telling me that the downward move of fuel cell is completely in line with the expectation, and the bears are the ones still directing the show. Now, I don't see why fuel cell will not come down and hit $2. And to be clear, when fuel cell was between $3 and $3.50, I called that. I said we're going to get a nice bounce off $3 up to $3.50, and I participated in that. But I also said in that video that I saw fuel cell getting down to $2.50, and that's where we're at today. So that is, again, another strong prediction that was made and seen to come to pass. So right now, I see fuel cell coming down to $2, and I think we'll get a bounce off of $2, and I think that we would likely get a back test to $2.60. But as I said just a moment ago, fuel cell is clearly in a long-standing trend downward that has not been reversed, and the charts are not indicating that a reversal is on the horizon anywhere where I can see it. That's it for today, guys. Josh, why didn't you cover Lucid? I just know I'm going to get that question. Why didn't you cover ChargePoint? Well, I told you at the beginning of the video. You guys, if you want it, you got to tell me in the comments section. I covered the ones that I got the most requests for. So let me know in the comments section what you guys want to see. Thanks again for showing the love and hitting that like, and join the community by hitting the subscribe and the YouTube all notification bell to get these chart insights, to get these predictions. I'm not saying that other people aren't making predictions, but you guys know that I come out here and I share with you what I'm seeing, what I'm trading, what I believe. I let you know. I keep it all real with you guys. I'm sharing it every single day. Not saying that I'm always going to be right, but you guys know what Josh is doing with his money, and that's what I can give you guys on this journey with me. The next video I'm going to do is going to be a lightning round on crypto. That's an urgent video because Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Coin, Riot, and Mara, these are on the move, and I need to unload and share with you guys what I see in the charts for all those companies. That's the next video I'm going to do. So I hope that you guys stay tuned in. Thank you again for hitting the like, the subscribe, YouTube all notification bell. Peace and blessings, my view. It takes heart, it takes courage to do what we're doing here and to pursue greater wealth, generational wealth, and to improve our lives and slay that Wall Street dragon. Peace and blessings, my friends. Take care. See you in the chat.